We are live now on the. We're totally live on StreamYard, but we're looking to get. Okay, there we go. So we have that. So we are live on StreamYard, everybody. We're so happy to be here today, and I'm going to present and share my screen on StreamYard as we do every week. And StreamYard is going to YouTube, everybody. So it's really cool going to YouTube. Host with Jeff Eichen. Add. There we go. Okay. So we're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. Can you hear me, Pop Mom? Yes. Okay. And do you have laryngitis today?
Sometimes, yeah. Every
Hey.
time go to say something, it comes out all froggy. Like,
Hey. Well, if you believe in medicine and plant medicine, and nobody should be in jail for a plant, then there's also frog medicine. It's the DMT of the psychedelic world. It's actually one molecule different than DMT. And if you haven't tried it, I recommend it in a controlled situation. It just takes you in and it opens another door. So there was the Timothy Leary crowd with Huxley's and with Ram Dass, and they were experimenting with portals. And we've been experimenting with pot for all these years, everybody. And weed, cannabis, however you want to say it. Marijuana, we're not supposed to use that name because it's a derogatory Mexican slang, and that's a bunch of crap. So the bottom line is that we turn water into wine, everybody, in our lifetime, and we make friends with our enemies. We feed the homeless. It's getting cold. Take a jacket that you have that's extra. Go and give it to a homeless person right now. You don't have to invite them over to bring their stinky selves into your house, but make them feel comfortable. Make them feel accepted, and that you see them, So today's episode is going to be super, super epic. And let's see if we can text Jeff Mazansky. He was going to come on today, which is a surprise. So there's Doom. Let me know. Okay, so there's that, and then our big buddy pal Rodimus. Let's see if we can get Rodimus. Um, so we'll see if we can get some more people to come in here. And I know it's a incredible holiday. Um, so here we go. We do have the grass man coming on. So it's really beautiful, everybody, to it's really beautiful, everybody, to be a creative being and to use your creativity to ground you, to make you feel like you have the incredible, um, style that you've always dreamed of. We come to this earth, I think, unabashed, and I'll take the liberty to go in and say that the bashing is done by bullies, and there's so many topics these days. Since COVID, we've been able to contemplate. I heard on Cosmic UFO Radio one night, somebody came on and said, COVID, God said, go to your room and contemplate. So the idea here is that once we contemplate, we realize how beautiful this journey is and how incredible Stanley Kubrick was to be a provider of movies that took us into a realm that he saw, that he channeled. So in our movies yet to come, we're going to be channeling some really incredible fun and bring some incredible humans that believe in the space odyssey. What did what did David Bowie say in Space Odyssey? Come on, Rodimus. What did he say?
He wasn't in Space Odyssey.
Ground Control to Major Tom. Oddity, Space Oddity. The song, the song. So the idea here in my welcoming you all to Weeds Day, I'm really super mellow. I'm getting ready to go to California tomorrow at 6 a.m. To visit River, my family, and River, our 2-year-old. And so, peace to everybody. I have my John Lennon shirt on today, everybody. Peace to those who we have lost and that we're remembering. As a Jewish young man myself, we have Passover every year, and Passover is the act of remembering, repenting, and taking a tashlik, which is a piece of bread, writing your intentions onto that bread in your thoughts, and then throwing it in the water. Some people even jump in the water to wash off the year's dirt. The things that you might have done mistakenly, stepped on a caterpillar, or done somebody wrong by not, being mindful. I'm not saying that you're being a jerk when you do something wrong or somebody wrong, but we have the opportunity to acknowledge the people that don't look like us at the checkout counter, and just say, hey, what's going on? you know, and bring some Marvin Gaye in there. So I wish I could play all the soundtracks on my show, everybody. But this is my show, episode 133. And let's see if I can get my software up here. So with my software, I can show you our poster today, which I'm really proud of. This epic Santa was in my town. Look at this epic Santa, you guys. I mean, some people, human, embody their spirit, the thing that they do. He said, I'm a Santa of 40 years. This is my last year. And I met him at the post office, and he was just walking back to his car. But I thought that was good old Saint Nick for sure, And so I'm really pleased today to focus the show mostly on Brittney Griner, and people like her. Next week is Women in Weeds Day. I'll be just coming back from California. We're going to thank the Emerald Cup today for going off and having a lot of prisoners there, and so we're going to be there next year with them. And by keeping the positivity, the balance of my life, I feel resilient and not having to be in every show, every place, every time. There will be my time, your time, and our time together. But right now, I'm going to show our little preview that I made, and then Jeff Mazansky's going to step in, everybody. I taped him, and we're going to hear a little bit of Jeff Mazansky, 21.9 for 2.5 grams, and he says 3, so that's less than a joint.
Hey, Jeff?
Yeah.
In that photograph you took with Santa, I have to say that you look nicer than Santa.
Santa's not a mean guy. He was pretty good. He was cool.
No, but I'm just saying.
Maybe I'm the young Santa, and I'm bringing presents to the prisoners today. So thank you for recognizing that.
You're the Jewish Santa.
I am Jews for Jesus. So I'm so totally, incredibly blessed today, everybody, to welcome home Brittney Griner. Let's share my screen, everybody. Let me turn all my little sound operations on so we get the original sound there. We have the share screen and the optimized video. There we go. And I'm going to share with you, everybody, my screen. There we go. And go all the way to QT. And, oh, you know what? I did not export my video, so we're going to watch it today from my Final Cut. And we're going to teach Rodimus Final Cut this year. So it's really fun to see the back office sometimes, you guys. This is how I do what I do. So this is like my spaceship, and I made this today. So let's go hit the home button, and here we go. Welcome, everybody. We're going to go, okay. Can you hear me, everybody? Am I sounding good? Am I sounding good, everybody? Hang on. Hang on. Got to go out. Am I sounding good, everybody? Can you hear me? I cannot hear you now. Hang on. What happened here? Talk to me, Crazy Pop Mom. No, I still can't hear you. Hang on. Let me get my sound back. Okay, now try. Okay. No. When I switched over to share screen, it turned off something. But let's go again. And here we go, everybody. Here's my share screen, and here is our incredible newly built intro. So, come on, intro. Are you coming? No, I'm trying to get out of this here. So we're gonna edit it right now so everybody can see how I edit. Boom, and we're gonna go X. And here we go, everybody. Welcome to Weeds Day, episode 133. Welcome home, Brittney. Hello, everybody. It's Jeff Eichen here, and I'm so blessed that we have Freedom Grow in the house to give all of our incredible donations and gifts that you are going to give as a holiday treat for the prisoners and their families. We are happy that Emerald Cup just happened, and that was beautiful. And I'm totally getting ready to go to see family this year. And any opportunity we have to raise the vibration, to raise the energy, to share with the community, and to celebrate the better. Next year, I'll see you at Emerald Cup for sure. And all I know is that relieffoundation.org. This is episode 133, everybody. I'm so happy that we have today's show dedicated to the homecoming of Brittney Griner. Brittney Griner was put in jail in Russia, as all you know, for a vape pen, okay, and with some oil in it, cannabis oil. And we know that nobody should be in jail for a plant. And so welcome home, Brittney. And we're going to take everybody's take on it today. We're going to hear Jeff Mazansky. He gave me a 24-minute interview. We'll see if we can get him online here pretty soon and have him come in, whether he calls in or whether we just hear him through the recording I made from him this week. He's one person that is really one of my favorite spokespersons of the formerly incarcerated. So love you all, everybody, so much. Happy holidays, and just do your best to donate to our Relief Foundation fundraiser. There's so many different buttons there. You can buy a tray, which is going to Dorothy McGain's fund. You can buy. We're going to have more trays on soon when they get here from Canada. Crazy Pop Mom is really incredibly doing some trays for us, and they're handmade. So they're just like, what do they call that handmade wine, that handmade beer, or I'm looking for that word that tells you that they are just handmade. I forgot the word that it is that says they're more valuable because the time is made not on a machine but by hand. So donate accordingly. Love you. We're going to make some art for the holidays. I have my calendars online now. I have my last supper super sesh online. That's the Last Supper where everybody's got a bong, and I've got a version with everybody with a cell phone. They're in canvas and they're really beautiful. So everybody, the funds do go to helping our prisoners and their families. We are going to take the opportunity here to welcome Brittney Griner home and all you prisoners that are home and the people that celebrated at this year's Emerald Cup. We'll see you there next year. And thank you all for doing your part, doing your job, feeling well. And as you smoke like Grasshopper and Rodimus, Para has given us the template. Take a jar, put it next to your smoking apparatus in your lounge and put $1 in there every time you puff, okay? Not each toke, but if you want to, that's fine also. So we're not promoting toking and driving. We're talking about toking and thriving and being really incredibly happy this holidays. Give thanks for your family, people around you, travel safely, and hemp hemp hooray. Jeff Eichen, Weeds Day. Hemp hemp hooray. Hey, everybody. I'm not Fat Albert, but I'm going to go back to give you some Jeff Mazansky now. So, well, since we're sharing screen, here we go. So, good afternoon, good morning, everybody. I'm really excited that we're making some leeway here. This is Jeff Eichen with Weed Fridays, not WEEDSDAYS. And we have Jeff Mazansky. Say hello to everybody, Jeff.
Hello, how's everybody doing?
Hey, it's really great to hear you over the holidays. We missed you this week on our show, but we'll have you next week. We're doing a fundraiser all month for the Prison Relief Fund and getting ready for to go into production for a concert, man. It's going to be so beautiful. How long were you in jail and how long have you been out?
I've been almost 22 years, and I've been out since 2015. So
Was it 21-9? You were in 21-9?
21-9, right? Almost 23 years.
You know that I know you, and I know I know the dance. Tell us a little bit about being home and being free, and being off parole.
It's fantastic. I'm even legally able to grow my own and indulge in the medical side. So it's a whole new different world out here. But besides that part, the world changes so much in years. It's really crazy for everybody having to get out, catch up to everybody else that's running around out here. I mean, when I first came out, I didn't even know how to make a telephone call on one of these telephones.
Oh, right, on a digital folding phone or smartphone.
Yeah, I never had one in my hand, so
you feel like a dummy on a smartphone.
I still do. So it's I'm old school, so I try not to mess with one of these phones, because it just seems like every time I do, I end up with a problem, so I just stay away from them.
Tell us a little bit about the nature of when tell me if I'm on the right track here, okay? Everybody, we're with Jeff Mazansky today. Jeff Mazansky was in prison for marijuana, for cannabis, everybody, for 2.5 grams? Yeah, less than a joint. For 21-9. He's home now. I visited and made this photograph you're seeing, everybody, in the prison in Missouri, in the state penitentiary. And tell us what happens to your family. Tell us what happens to your family when they throw you in jail. Isn't it a sentence for them also?
Well, in a lot of cases it is, in most cases, because in most cases, a person getting thrown in jail is a breadwinner for the family. Of course, now it's both parents out there, but still yet, half the money disappearing out of the family budget is a crisis. especially nowadays at the prices they are. But we went from my family went from a middle class earning family to almost nothing. Two boys in school and a wife that was sitting home trying to figure out what to do, how to pay bills.
For 21.9, and some people like Randy Lanier or Eddie Lapp or those other people in our tribe were in jail for 30 years plus.
Yeah, I mean and it's not just the family going through it. Your kids. I mean, you have no control over. I get like say 2 boys, and you don't have much control over telephone talking to them, telling them what's right or what's wrong. Trying to keep them out of trouble. In this day and age, they need all the help you can get. Kids are really in trouble, and I just know it's because so many are going to jail, and it just keeps spreading. There's a cycle.
Well,
and
when I was in hip hop in Los Angeles in the 80s, during the time of Purple Rain and Prince and Ice-T and the early hip hop, the gangs, it felt like some people that couldn't make it, or their parents were gangs and then they became gang members, they kept going back to jail because it was 3 meals.
In some cases, that's the truth. It's if you can stand the food they give you, but it's a place to sleep and 3 meals. And I mean, everybody all over the country, all you got to do is look around. How many people you have sleeping out on the street somewhere or in tents all over? We got a major crisis going.
And then
it's not just people getting out of jail. It's a lot of veterans out there too. That's having problems. And just regular people. I mean, they just can't make it at prices. The price of rent anymore. It can go anywhere from $800-900 a month to what, $2,000-3,000 for.
right, we used to get a 1-bedroom for $350.
$350.
Yeah, 1-bedroom. When I was in college, or share a house, and the whole house was $1,000, and we had 8 people in there.
Right. Well, here a friend of mine was just looking, and around this area here in Missouri, you found a 1-bedroom studio type for $600. But then you still got utilities.
Right,
So,
but for $600, he just had a hot plate, right? He didn't have a full-on everything and an extra bedroom.
Yeah, microwave and hot plate.
Right. It's amazing, everybody. Well, we're here, Jeff Eichen here. What we want to do is we want to bring the attention to our government and to the governments of the world. We know Thailand just let their prisoners go, and they're doing better. And for God's sakes, they used to kill people for smoking pot. And then Portugal, Uruguay, Mexico stepping up and everything. But give us your take and your celebration, and tell us that there's more work to be done here with our own administration in the States here about celebrating the homecoming of Brittney Griner this week.
Brittney coming home, that's nice. It's big. I'm glad for her. Nobody belongs in jail for a plant or anything to do with a plant, as far as I'm concerned. Because cannabis helps so much medically, and it just helps all the way around. But that's a big plus, and it's a step in the right direction. Only problem is we need to step a little bit bigger here too. Why don't we just legalize it and be done with it? That's what we're after. That's what the people want, overwhelmingly. But yet our politicians ain't doing it. And the only thing we can do is get hold of our politicians and say, look, you need to do this or we're going to vote you out of office. And if we don't do that, guess what? Everybody's going to keep going to jail, round and round and round. How many families have to be hurt? How many kids have to do without their parents? Or their brother or sister? Why make it worse? It's something that helps everybody, and they're against it. It's hard to understand why, except money. I guess that's the only reason I can think of it kept it going. I mean, originally when they put it out there was to break the hippie groups up and all the groups together. They wanted to break them up. That's why they made it illegal to start with. So,
But was that what
way back when?
that was?
When you,
That was Reefer Madness back with Harry Anslinger, right?
exactly. All that falseness that came out back then, all that was just their way to break everything up. So, it's people need to realize, as long as we're arguing with each other, our government can do what it wants to do when it wants to do it, because we're not paying attention. Or when a bill gets passed first before it gets read, and we'll read it afterwards and fix it. No, fix the damn thing now and get it through like it's supposed to be. Don't make no sense to me. Our people in the United States deserve much better than what's going on. Our Democrats and Republicans both have to start working together and doing what's right for us. They're going to have to come down the middle in a lot of things. It can't go one way too far or the other way too far. We're going to have to go down the middle, and I think it's the best for everybody. And on the cannabis, marijuana side, they should open it up totally. Biden, what we need to do is legalize it across the board, and a lot of this nonsense to stop. And that's what it is, nonsense, taking people from their homes and locking them up away from their families over smoking a joint or going down the road with a little extra weed in your truck or something. Not hurting anybody. In fact, it's been helping people for years and years. It's time our government does what the people want it to do. What do you think about that, Jeff?
Well, I want to focus a little bit about that you're totally right that we need the Biden administration to step up and to put their money where their mouth is and just end prohibition, because marijuana is safer than alcohol. And my thought on what you just shared with us is that, yes, we need to vote. We need to have our president do more. But let's talk about, did bringing Brittney, or is this an opportunity to raise the volume yet again? I mean, we're in the news now, marijuana, and it's a cash, incredible farm and industry that makes hempcrete, plastic for cars. BMW has a car, all of these things. And they're still taking musicians to the moon. They're still doing all of this stuff that costs billions of dollars. In fact, the Lego people I want to meet that are making Lego hempcrete, and hemp is way better and stronger and has a better R value for building homes than even concrete and gypsum, and easier on the environment. We have environmental issues. We have youngsters like Greta Thunberg talking to us about shitting or getting off the pot before we lose all of the snow caps and the oceans come up. But hemp can actually save some of our organic soil, the way that it grows. And if we teach that, and we take some of that money that they're going to Mars with or buying Twitter with, we can totally, get more jobs, and we can have homes. My friend makes a 3D hemp home in one day, a 30-footer, a 40-footer, and printed on 3D, machine. And why the heck don't we just do encampments and do new farms for hemp and everything? So let's get back to Brittney Griner coming home. Tell us, say hey to her family.
Hey, how y'all doing? Glad you made it home. And I know her family sure glad to have her home. That's got to be a traumatic experience. I'm so happy for you.
And it's a global issue now, right?
Yeah, but it sure brings it back out into the open in front of the global community. But I think we've had a global fight on it for a long time. It's just the government hasn't been listening to the people. But, we're taking baby steps. A little here, a little there. Things are definitely better than what they were, but they're not as good as they should be.
Right. Everybody called me up when Biden pardoned 6,000 people, right?
That's for that was the first step.
Yeah, for misdemeanors, and that's the first step, like you say. It brought nobody home like you were in jail without parole.
No. It's and here the bill they just passed here for legalization for recreational use. Anybody that's in jail pretty much has to finish their sentence before they can come out and actually get their records expunged.
Oh my God, that's a bunch of crap.
But they can petition the court to let them out early, So each one's going to have to petition the court.
Well,
now, like our court's got enough to do now, right?
Well, I think that's a brilliant statement there that we need to definitely petition the court. Hang on, let me see. I got to check my. Hey everybody, it's Jeff Eichen here, and we're with Jeff Mazansky, and I'm going to pause this here and come back to our incredible lineup here. See if anybody's fallen asleep or still with me. It's Jeff Eichen here on Weeds Day, and I'm going to let you see me here, everybody, because I'm behind. I'm behind the. Hang on, just a minute. I'm just behind the poster here. Here I am. So. Yeah, so we got Rodimus wants to say something. Come on in.
Oh man, I just wanted to. I was listening to Jeff. That was great. That was a good interview. I'm so glad that he got on the phone with you to give his thoughts about his own experience and what's happening in the world. So that was great. While he was talking, one of the things that was mentioned when he's talking about families, it all of a sudden struck me. He one point he said, it's all about the money. It's got to be about the money. And I was thinking, if they were doing their accounting right, they would realize that the cost of putting somebody in jail, not just the cost of having that one person in jail, we all know that there's food and all that stuff, the cost of having a person incarcerated is pretty high. But way beyond that is the fact that, like, for example, his wife wasn't working. He had 2 sons. Now, sounds to me, and I don't know, Jeff, but theoretically, it's possible, if not him, some other family having a similar situation. One of those boys, didn't finish school or didn't do well in school or something and got himself maybe in trouble. It's very possible without a father there, that things like that can happen. And what is the cost to society of the mother who has to then start collecting welfare and food stamps, and the son who is not able to, get through school and get himself a good job or whatever? Those are all these other additional
and getting bullied by his peers that, oh, your daddy's in jail for pot.
Right. So but the economic fallout is what I'm addressing here, and that is that, yeah, I mean, of course, there's an emotional fallout. We understand that, and yes, that's so sad that a boy could be picked on by peers in school for that. I mean, they can pick on anything. They can pick on your child star. They'll pick on you. But anyway, yeah. It's a cruel at that point, but that's really not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is the hidden economic cost of taking a father out of society, putting him in jail, and all of the fallout that comes from that is so much more than if they just, said, okay, you pay a fine to the court, for having this possession, and off you go back home. So you keep working and being a breadwinner. And all that other fallout wouldn't have happened. His wife wouldn't have had to be dependent on the government for support. His sons wouldn't have had, would have been contributing, with their income tax and various things like that. So I just want to mention that because it became very painfully obvious to me what a huge cost it is to put somebody away like that, a father.
Well, when I heard the statement, everybody globally, that when you put my dad in jail or my mom or my brother or my sister, you put the family in jail. And he was saying, yes, he took me out of the equation of raising money. He was a house builder. He was, ran a used car lot, whatever it was. He was making the bacon, and when there is no bacon there, then mom has to go, then the kids have to go. And these days, as everybody knows, it must be incredible for the new generation to have these incredible San Francisco rent rates that are incredible. $1,000 for a hot plate room, as opposed to having a backyard, being able to grow, being able to be free and have affordable housing. So I agree with you, Rodimus, that is really one of the horrible, and excellent points that is being made here to share with everybody, that you put me in jail, you put my family in jail.
Yeah. And then when later in your show, at some point, I do have my little, very short, this time, not a long reading, a very short poem that I would like to share at some point. So just let me know when that's good time for you, Jeff. Okay?
Great, everybody. Great, everybody.
Relevant. Something that's very relevant to what we're talking about.
Okay. Well, while we have you, and we'll go around the horn here, say hello to Solo Breezy. Solo, welcome. We saw you in the food court there, and in your legacy costume there, and now you got your Ramalama Ding Dong hat on. So we're really happy that you got the Ramalama Ding Dong. Your beard's looking good, Solo.
Thank you, Uncle Jeff. I love you.
Hey.
I would.
That's all there, and we're really happy. We raised $100 for Dorothy McGaines last week, and so Dorothy McGaines, yeah, we should definitely do our incredible. Hang on, tell me if you can hear this, Rodimus. Okay. So we got $100 for Dorothy McGaines. I sent it to her, and she texted me back, does anybody want to know what Dorothy McGaines said? And Dorothy is one of our recipients for the $420 pot art trays. Guess what Dorothy said? They turned my water off. The city turned my water off. She says, I'm doing my best to get it turned back on. She didn't give me a number, but I gave her that. So everybody go to the Dorothy McGaines button on relief-foundation.org and buy one of the trays, buy one of the $420 trays, and we'll send her enough money to get her freaking, water turned back on. And then we will give the rest of the money to our foundation that is the 501c3 that does commissary Freedom Grow to the prisoners. So we're collaborating with Freedom Grow, with the Can Do Clemency, and with all the other people that want to come in that are going to share our money, our donations, but tis the season. So everybody, I'm going to share something with you here that's going to blow your mind. Can everybody see this package here? Can you see that package, Grasshopper? Are you there, Grasshopper, or did you go to the potty? Okay, we'll wait till Grasshopper comes back, and I'll share this with you all. So let's go to Solo. Solo, do you got a quote for the day?
Absolutely, Uncle Jeff. I got a quote for today.
Okay.
While I look for the quote I'm going to post, I gave some quotes for Mom to read. Mom, go ahead and read those first quote, and I'll find another quote for you to read. Give me a second.
I thought I was off the hook. I was
You're
like,
never
oh,
off the hook.
he's here to read them.
You're never off the hook.
Okay, hold on, because I got to figure out where they are also.
They are in your Facebook Messenger.
No, I know where they are. I just got to get there. I'm not really.
When Jeff Mazansky was on, everybody, we were talking about spokespersons and everything. I made a new word up. We're going to have, for 420 spokespersons, we're going to call them smoke persons.
Okay, so I have it. It's by Oprah Winfrey. It says, doing the best at this moment puts you in the best place for the next moment.
Yeah,
And the
had-
next one
and-
is there are opportunities even in the most difficult moments.
that one helps me. I had a difficult morning this morning, and so there are opportunities, and the opportunity is to balance everything. Don't take it personal, most of you. And I know it's hard to not take it personal, but look, I'm wearing the John Lennon shirt. Imagine, I'm a dreamer, and a schemer. So John Lennon's not with us, but he is. He's here on this shirt. This shirt's like 30 years old. It glows in the dark. I had it back in LA in the days. And so keep your beautiful shirts going. And if your shirt's ripped too much that you have, what do you do, Pop Mom, with a ripped shirt?
You make a lot of different things, or you only take the picture and you put that on something. But pillows, usually it's pillows.
Yeah,
people make.
so when you get a ripped shirt that you've had from the Pink Floyd concert in 1969, cut that freaking rainbow prism out and then put it on a pillow or put it on another shirt and just sit there and smoke a bowl. And everybody, I'm promoting smoking bowls this holidays. So smoke a Christmas bowl, and then just sew it and listen to some Pink Floyd when you're sewing that Pink Floyd emblem on your new shirt. And you know what? Everybody, I'm going to find the perfect hemp t-shirt company and put it on my site so everybody could just click on that and start to wear more hemp. Look, my hat is hemp, everybody. I made this in Vietnam, everybody. This hat is a Vietnam hat, and it's just so beautiful. There's my snow on the mountaintop, but it's just so beautiful to wear hemp because it's not dirty cotton. There's not glyphosate on it. So, Pop Mom, give us your take on Britney Spears coming home.
I'm thrilled. Because you got to figure last week she was sitting there.
Whoa, wait. Uncle Jack, let's put some respect on Brittney Griner's name. You just said Britney Spears, man. Come on, man.
Did he really? I didn't even hear him.
Hey, well, guess what? Wait, Britney Spears, you're free now. You're free, Brittney. I got a good comeback on that one. So, Brittney Griner, yeah, give us your take. Well, wait, give us your take on Britney Spears.
She also needs to be free. Y'all just say it. I did not even hear you, Jeff. That's hilarious. I guess I've been smoking a little too much.
Or not enough.
But just think, like last week, she was sitting there thinking that she had those many years. Like, your life is over at that point, and there is no it'll be better next week. That wasn't even a thought in her head, and now she's home. Like, the whole mind-blowing thing of just that alone for her and her family is just too much. So I'm really happy for them. And I have my jar here. I've been trying to do my best twice a day to put money in there because I smoke a lot because of my pain, but I'm doing my best. So I'm happy with my little jar of money.
the Rodimus template there, the grasshopper template. Well, thank you so much. We'll get back to you, Crazy Pop Mom. I'm going to share this with you, everybody. This is what came through the. Whoa, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Look and see what's inside this letter for me. Do. So, don't put me on stage to sing, but I got something that's going to blow your freaking minds, everybody. So I'm going to take over the screen here for once and for all. And we're going to pin me to the front screen and get ready, everybody. It's time to open. Okay, open. And you know what? I wish this was hemp cardboard. Boom. Look what we got, everybody. We've got, and wherever it's green, it's going to be a green screen. We've got 2023 calendar. This is my calendar that just came in the mail. So these are available on our store site. And this is January.
Oh, I love it, Jeff. They turned out so good.
This is January, and let's just take a time because it's my show, and let's see whose birthdays are in January. We've got David Bowie on the 8th, but who else is on the 8th? Elvis Presley and Stephen Hawkins. Okay, right there on the 8th. Okay. And so who's on the 16th? Martin Luther King. Wait, I've got him twice. Okay, so he's got two birthdays. Then who's on the 17th? Oh, the 17th is a good one of January. Betty White, Muhammad Ali, and Andy Kaufman. So Janis Joplin is on the 19th. And so Greta Thunberg is on Tuesday the 3rd. So that is January. Okay, ready for February, everybody? Bingo. So this is February, and it's got a green background. So February is Big Island Double. So we got some seeds from Carol in Maui, and we grew those, and that's on an ayahuasca patch actually. So that's pretty cool. Who's in February? I bet you Bob Marley is in February. Norman Rockwell is on the 4th. Billy, my brother-in-law. Bob Marley's on the 6th. Carole King and Carmen Miranda are on the 9th. And Jimmy Durante's on the 10th. Larry the Cable Guy's on the 17th. And George O'Keefe's on the 15th. And Ansel Adams and Kurt Cobain share birthdays on the 20th. And Johnny Cash is on the 26th. So we're on.
I'll come back in half an hour when you're done, Jeff.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And so does that mean that you're bored?
That means that I'd like to have some surprises when I receive my calendar instead of having it all read to me now.
Well, we're going to show. Okay, I won't read very many more, but we'll give. Anyways, it's really interesting. It's my show, and so in March, I can't show you because it's all green. See, it goes like that. But there's a weed in there. There's an infinity weed in there, and we'll just tell you one on March 14th.
You get to the most important day. The most important day this year is April 20th.
April 20th.
23rd. What day is that?
That's 420. That's 420.
What day does it fall on? Yeah, what day does it fall on, Uncle Jeff?
Oh, that falls on 420. Falls on a Thursday, not on WEEDSDAY, but it's on a Thursday. But my birthday is on April, and it's and I share a birthday with Casanova and Marvin Gaye, and so here is our. That's me on stage with one of our incredible sesh canvas prints that we have for sale. And then, so we're going to go faster here because we don't want to lose any of our crowd here. Here is, that's May. And let's see whose birthday is in May. Salvador Dali's on the 11th. Okay. And then this is our June. And June has the incredible, Prince is in June on the 7th. June 7th is Prince. And then this is actually a field. You can't see it because of the green screen, but that's a field, a hemp field that we went and photographed in California. And David Hockney and the Dalai Lama share a birthday on the 6th of July. And then here is an incredible shot here of wedding cake, and Mae West is on the 17th of May of what was that? That was August. And so here is, I got a lot of green on my calendar. So here's some Big Island.
Just makes it a surprise, even though you're showing us all, we don't see it, which is brilliant because it'll still be a surprise when we get it in the mail.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So that's cool. And so that is September. September is cool. I love Photoshop, and so I made this calendar this year. And they all say free the prisoners, free the plant. And so in September, on September 7th, Grandma Moses, okay, that's her birthday on September 7th. And in October, we have the prisoners here, and let's see, that was October.
I can't stop laughing, Uncle Jeff. Uncle Jeff, I can't stop laughing because Grasshopper said, "Please stop showing me this," and you just keep going. I just can't laugh
because we're sharing our freaking beautiful calendar with you that we have for sale, and Joni Mitchell in November on the 7th, and then our last day is December, and that's Super Sesh, everybody. So Super Sesh is available. You can buy one of those. And this is brought to you by Namaste Productions and Goods. So we'll come back to everybody here, and we will, let's see, where is my comeback? Okay, so I'm going to go to get a different view here. And thank you, everybody, for humoring me and for me humoring you with our calendar, and for Rodimus having the Devo frozen face from having to work through that. So we're really blessed to have the original Grasshopper. Grasshopper, what do you remember about the old days of being on television when you were a kid? Tell us what a day was like.
All right. So getting up at 5:30 in the morning, and having studied all my dialogue, all my lines the night before. And
how old were you?
So I was between 11 and 14. Those 4 years, that 4 year period there, 11, 12, 13, 14. And so, yeah, so you show up the set. First thing I do is I get into makeup, or I wait until the makeup room or the chair is empty. And then I go through a 2-hour process of sitting there patiently while the latex thing has been pre-made, just the skin, and they put it on my head. They draw with a pencil, and they take away and they cut the pencil line, and then they use something called, at that time they were using this for years. They used this horrible stuff called spirit gum. It smelled like turpentine, and it was really like it hardened like plastic, and that's how they stuck the ball cap down. And of course, that goes all the way around, all the small hairs around my ear, all the way back around the back of my neck, and all the way around the other side and back up above my eyebrows. Spirit gum. And so then that goes down. And then rubber latex to blend the line. Is that line of the skull cap right there. So you blend that away with a sponge and some pure latex, gets rid of that line. And that's all before the makeup goes on. So then after all that's done, 2 hours later, I go to the schoolroom, go to the classroom, just a little small trailer with a teacher and a table and a pencil and me. And they try to get me 3 hours of schooling in. If I don't have to go away for a rehearsal or something like that, or a camera check or something like that. And then I go to lunch, and then I come back from lunch, and then I shoot my scenes with Master Pro or Master Con. And then at the end of the day, but by the afternoon, after lunch, and after a few scenes have been shot, this thing that's on top of my head is like completely sealed, right? It's rubber latex sealed. So all of my perspiration that I've had since 8 o'clock in the morning has been trapped underneath that. And by about 4 in the afternoon, it's like this really sloshy, gushy, weird thing. So what I have to do then is make a small hole back here, even though the makeup department doesn't want me to do that. I make a small hole at the bottom here, and all that perspiration runs down my back through this little hole, and I get all wet in the back because that's where all my sweat went now. And okay, well, at least it's a relief from all this gushiness. And so then at the end of the day, when I'm done shooting my scenes, and of course it's very intense. There's no other profession in the world for a child where if you make a mistake, 100 people go, oh, and a bell rings and a big red light buzzes, goes on, and you feel like crap, and then you go, okay, I'll do it better next time. And you get those scenes done. At the end of the day, it's a very, very painful process, very slowly peeling this thing. It's taking all the small hairs and one layer, maybe even 2 layers of skin with it. As it gets pulled, it takes about half an hour just to pull it off. And it's like, oh, all the little hairs, and then you go the next day, and guess what? They put spirit gum over where they tore your skin off the day before. Now spirit gum goes back over the same spot, and then God forbid I would have a third day of shooting because that was the most torturous day. Most of the time I did 1 or 2 days of shooting per week, and the third day would have been and had been a few times just excruciating because it's like fire when you have this turpentine solvent putting on your raw skin. It's like fire, and then the skull cap goes on. So that's one of the reasons why I shaved my head in the second season.
Oh, so you shaved your head so you didn't have to go through the silicone.
Right. Yes, it was. Yeah, latex. Yeah. So, yeah, it was. I shaved my head for the pilot, which was originally just supposed to be a movie of the week pilot. Shaved it for that. Then I didn't shave. I wore a skull cap in the first year of the series. Shaved in the second year. But the downside of having a bald head in 8th grade was this was before punk rock ever existed, and the only people who had shaved heads in school back then either had a really bad case of lice or cancer, and I was in the third category, star of a TV show. So yeah, so that was my days back then. But thanks for asking. Oh, there's a oh, that's so nice. Thank you. There's me right there. Thank you, Jeff. Thanks. So yeah, so that was it. I wasn't expecting to have to answer that question, but I decided to go for it.
It's a beauty. It's a beauty answer, and we honor the movie that we're all in. The movie of Crazy Pop Mom navigating and making beautiful art. We got Solo in the den of iniquity, walking an hour and a half every day, one way to go to get his job, to pay his rent, and to meditate in the work of washing dishes. I have another friend. I have another friend that washes dishes. He says he loves it. You know, it kind of is.
Without Solo Breezy washing those dishes, we would be eating food in that restaurant on dirty plates. Imagine that. Because of Solo Breezy, we do not.
Hey. It's Fat Albert.
The old folks appreciate him because he is doing what he needs to do for them.
And the old folks here, like me and Jeff, appreciate him because he's such a freaking cool guy.
Oh yeah, we're coming to France, dude. We're coming to France. Rodimus, since we're sharing some inside stories, tell us a little bit about some of the schemes that we've been scheming. We met with a new team play.
We should talk about them, Jeff. I really don't think we should talk about it. You told me that we weren't going to talk about that. So
well, we're not going to talk about releasing our things. Just that we're starting a new Farmy, and we're committing to each other to do some more projects to help end prohibition. We can talk crypto, in not crypto, cryptic, and yesterday. Nathaniel was here from Chicago, and he was saying, listen to this Twitter space, Jeffrey. It's the crypto guy. They're bashing the guy that got put in jail for crypto. But as a cryptic anomaly, we are doing projects together, Rodimus and I, and we're bringing some more people in to build a team to be part of the celebration of filmmaking and concert promoting and other things, everybody, so we can help the prisoners in awareness and share it with the world through getting louder. A movie can get it louder, a concert can get it louder. And just think, if we had a concert tour and we took it to Brazil, we took it to Portugal with Boone, with Eric Boone at Hempfest, or we went to Hempfest and we had some of our players that did that. Then what happens? Everybody every year looks forward to that. What was the Africa concert that they did the Queen?
Live Aid?
Yeah, Live Aid, just like Live Aid or Hands Across America or any of the concerts that we're celebrating and raising money for a cause. So I'm really into it. We're even contemplating doing a golf tournament this year, but it takes a lot of energy. So we just, incredibly, this week, I was just sharing with everybody that behind the scenes, we've been diabolically and incredibly and having fun, joining up forces to get ready to come do a public event for you all. We're not going to do expos, everybody, but we're going to raise some money for the prisoners.
So that would be a great time for me to read this poem.
Hey, so we got a poem from Rodimus, who is actually feeling inspired to read something every few times that he's here. So take it away.
Yeah, thanks. So this will be a lot shorter than the other two I read before, so thank you. All right, it's just a poem. It's called, just the tentative title of it, it's called Phone It In, Phone It In. So, here goes. All overt human knowledge here resting in my hand hasn't changed the world that much. There's still so much to understand, like how kindness works for starters. Yet somehow we know it does, like how wars are also useless, especially the one on drugs. But the wars I wage against myself in avoidance of the pain must eventually be put to rest, or else I'll go insane. I look for answers in my phone, but it only does the pointing. The wisdom is within alone. I must be self-anointing. That's it.
We appoint you the anointer today.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
The anointer. Well,
Self-anointer.
the blessing on your head, Mazel Tov. And we're really, really blessed to have you, Rodimus. We're at the top of the hour, everybody. We're actually a few more minutes over, and we're really blessed. We're going to go around the horn. So today's theme was Brittney Griner being home and people being free. We got a little bit or quite a bit of Jeff Mazansky today. He just texted me saying that he's still at work doing his job. So let him make some dough. And but we got him. We recorded him. And through the art of recording, is a great opportunity. Next year, I'll be at Emerald Cup with all the prisoners. We're going to make that an annual thing, and I'll get more interviews from them. And then when we do the family movie, the movie on the families, we'll bring them all together. We'll meet somewhere incredible and just have a ranch and a big barn. Maybe we'll do it here in my friend's big barn, and we'll set up a big studio and we'll bring them to Washington State. And hopefully we can get Rodimus here, or we'll have him on Skype with us, and Pop Mom on Skype and Solo. And through the technology that we have in our hearts, everybody, we gotta undo the, okay, we're in gallery space now. That I hope that you really bless the holidays. Join us on relief-foundation.org, everybody, and come to be part of our farmy. The new green farmy is going to be, here, let's do our shot right now, everybody, with 3, 1, 2. Oh, we got it. We got everybody. Okay, I got it, everybody. So that's our thank you poster. But I'm just so blessed to be part of this world. I woke up today with a heartache and sorrow from just an emotional state of mind, and being here today has made me feel warm and fuzzy and want it again. And so I know that my show is here for as long as I am here, and we're going to end prohibition together. So everybody, don't forget, that's our new peace sign. 3 is weed, 2 is peace, and F schedule 1. So everybody, Crazy Pop Mom, what do you have to say to Brittney Griner and the prisoners?
I'm really glad that she's home, and I hope that this is a trend that starts to happen and it just kind of trickles, and everybody just seems to have a reason that they're allowed to get to go home. There isn't any reason why right now she's any different than any other pot prisoner that's in there. So it should have just been like this whole open the floodgates. We're done. We're just going to let them out now. So until that happens, we're just going to keep fighting, and we're going to keep saying this in the show. And I'm going to do a podcast in January, and I'm super freaked out about this, but they're still in prison. So I will take this freaked outness and I will do what I need to bring a little bit more awareness, because we're going to talk about my trays. And right now my trays are all about trying to get the prisoners out. So that's where my focus is. So they'll hear that in January. So I'm going to fight that way.
CPM, just let me know when I get back from Cali. We'll help you with shipping ordeal and get stuff from Canada to Jeffy Fresh. We'll put them on my my page. I'm doing a Wix website and I'm addicted to Wix, but I finally figured out how to make all my buttons work. So everybody, all my buttons work. You can send us some compensation for the prisoners' funds. And Rodimus, what do you have to say to Brittney?
Well, first of all, I just want to say it's great to know that, there's another guy out there that all his buttons work. That's awesome. All right. So yeah, I mean, not only was Brittney, imagine how frightening it was to be in a foreign country in a completely foreign language and completely different alphabet and letters. So everywhere she looked, everything she had to, could look at to read, unless it was translated for her, which is unlikely. It was in Cyrillic. It was in a completely other language. She might as well have been on another planet and being treated in this very bizarre way, knowing that she was a pawn in a political scheme, well, somebody must have told her, hopefully, somebody said, well, as soon as we make this deal and get this horrible arms dealer that the U.S. has custody of and is in jail in the U.S. jail, as soon as we can make the deal to trade you for him, you'll be out. But I'm sure she had faith. I'm sure as an athlete with a lot of discipline, self-discipline, she probably knew how to take care of herself, but it couldn't have been easy. And she must have gone through a lot of horrible, moments there, or a series of moments or hours or days. And certainly she didn't deserve any of that. So thankfully she's out. But cosmically, I can only imagine and hope that it's part of, and this is what, Tamara Crazy Pop Mom was saying, that, it's part of a larger thing that's happening. If she got out, then let's use that momentum and get everybody else out too. I think that she was part of something bigger, clearly. And don't worry about the arms guy. All his contacts were years ago, and he was just the favor that Putin was, said, I'll get you out. Don't worry, I'll get you out, because you're my old buddy. He's not going to be able to be buying those horrible things again, because his whole network was destroyed. His whole connections with arms dealers and manufacturers and stuff. Anyway, long story short, it's not so bad that guy's back on his home turf, but it's great that Brittney's back on hers.
And there's one other gentleman in Russia in jail that is in the news too. So I think his name is Paul, and I forgot his last name. But no matter what, we're coming for you, man. Because Brittney,
is he a 420 prisoner?
No, he's not. But he is somebody that is nonviolent and that's American. And so
I'm not sure about the nonviolent part. I would check into that a little bit more further, deeper, Jeff.
Okay. Well, anyways, it's been brought to my attention that we want to assist him to come home too. But in the meantime, we got Leonard Peltier, who's been in jail for 47 years. And when I was a kid, I saw bumper stickers, Free Leonard, Free Leonard, Free Leonard. So for the First Nation and the Native American tribe, I want to go in and film Leonard, and I'm very close to doing that. So everybody watch out for me filming more prisoners. I haven't filmed a prisoner in about 4 or 5 years, but I'm ready to do another one. We're going to try to get into film Lance Glore and get some footage there, and whoever. It's not a photo opportunity, everybody. It's the awareness that helped Jeff to come home. We just raised the volume by doing footage and film of these prisoners and sharing the heart that it takes to be human and to be in jail for nonviolence. So is Jeff Eichen. Solo, you got a last quote for us, or a take on Brittney?
I got a take on everything. I've been waiting a whole hour to talk.
Hey, come on in.
All right. First off, everyone out there in the world, my name is Silver Breezy. I am a newly cannabis activist and also a cannabis graduate. I'm looking for work in the goddamn cannabis industry. What are you waiting for? Anyway, my email is solo, SOLO, 28 breezy, BREEZZY, @gmail.com. Here's the thing.
Wait. Gosh darn. Okay, there, go.
Yes.
Okay.
So here's the thing, right? I work every single day. I wash dishes. I pick out trash. I'm a common person like anyone else. But I'm a cannabis activist because I love weed. And at the end of the day, Brittney Griner came home. So if she didn't believe that she come home, guess what? I stepped up and helped out by coming on here and telling other people to bring her home. Simple as that. Word of mouth gets you everywhere. So please continue to advocate, continue to educate yourself on cannabis and all the issues, road issues and everything like that. And we're going to bring more prisoners home. I'm going to have to wash 1,000 more dishes until somebody gives me that call to get into the cannabis industry so I can help other people. And I don't just help people just bringing people home from jail, but we also help people on mental health issues. I'm a big advocate for mental health. You want to know why? Because your boy has mental health issues, so I sit and help other people. So Brittney Griner probably has a lot of stuff to deal with as she gets home. So I just want everyone to understand out there in the world, wherever you're watching, continue to love people, be good to people, and weed is weed, man. Weed is weed. Oh, and my quote for today. Cannot forget about the quotes, guys. This quote is quoted by Lin-Manuel Miranda. Good morning. This feeling will pass. This workload will pass. These people will pass. But look at you. With the gift of memory, you can time travel to the good stuff by just closing your eyes and breathe. Then come right back to now. Eyes up for the good stuff ahead. You might, and you magic thing. So that was quoted by Lin-Manuel Miranda. Peace and blessings, everybody.
Everybody, that's Solo Breezy. And my final words are thank you, everybody. Hemp Hemp Hooray. And be gentle through the holidays. I'm going to go away to visit River, my great grandnephew, and he's a drummer and he's 2 years old. He can carry a beat and it's pretty cool. He just goes, and so we're going to drive down from Santa Barbara down to Studio City or wherever they are in Silver Lake, area, LA, peace. And we're going to see how Southern California is doing during the holidays with my family. And that's going to be a journey. Yuck. And so I'm really excited that I'm going to visit family. I've got new family here in Port Townsend. We got Kyrie and Kim coming on board. So shout out to Kim, your lovely self. Thank you for holding space with me. And Rodimus, thank you for holding space. Crazy Podmon, thanks you for holding space. And Solo Breezy, thank you for holding space. Ground control to Major Tom. That's all I have to say, everybody. Welcome home, Brittney. And don't forget relief-foundation.org. The more we get, the more we give. And that's all I got today. Hemp Hemp Hooray. And let me share my screen with you and we'll do a little outro here. And share screen, little outro. And everybody else, I'll talk to you before I get on the plane. And here we go. So we're going to do a little outro. Boom, boom, home. Here we go. Hello, everybody. It's Jeff Viken here, and I'm so blessed that we have Freedom Grow in the house to give all of our incredible donations and gifts that you are going to give as a holiday treat for the prisoners and their families. We are happy that Emerald Cup just happened, and that was beautiful. And I'm totally getting ready to go to see family this year. And any opportunity we have to raise the vibration, to raise the energy, to share with the community, and to celebrate the better. Next year, I'll see you at Emerald Cup for sure. And all I know is that relieffoundation.org. This is episode 133, everybody. I'm so happy that we have today's show dedicated to the homecoming of Brittney Griner. Brittney Griner was put in jail in Russia, as all you know, for a vape pen, okay, and with some oil in it, cannabis oil. And we know that nobody should be in jail for a plant. And so welcome home, Brittney. And we're going to take everybody's take on it today. We're going to hear Jeff Mazansky. He gave me a 24-minute interview. We'll see if we can get him online here pretty soon and have him come in, whether he calls in or whether we just hear him through the recording I made from him this week. He's one person that is really one of my favorite spokespersons of the formerly incarcerated. So love you all, everybody, so much. Happy holidays, and just do your best to donate to our Relief Foundation fundraiser. There's so many different buttons there. You can buy a tray, which is going to Dorothy McGain's fund. You can buy. We're going to have more trays on soon when they get here from Canada. Crazy Pop Mom is really incredibly doing some trays for us, and they're handmade. So they're just like, what do they call that handmade wine, that handmade beer, or I'm looking for that word that tells you that they are just handmade. I forgot the word that it is that says they're more valuable because the time is made not on a machine but by hand. So donate accordingly. Love you. We're going to make some art for the holidays. I have my calendars online now. I have my Last Supper Super Sesh online. That's the Last Supper where everybody's got a bong, and I've got a version with everybody with a cell phone. They're in canvas and they're really beautiful. So everybody, the funds do go to helping our prisoners and their families. We are going to take the opportunity here to welcome Brittney Griner home, and all you prisoners that are home, and the people that celebrated at this year's Emerald Cup. We'll see you there next year. And thank you all for doing your part, doing your job, feeling well. And as you smoke like Grasshopper and Rodimus, Para has given us the template, take a jar, put it next to your smoking apparatus and your lounge, and put $1 in there every time you puff, okay? Not each toke, but if you want to, that's fine also. So we're not promoting toking and driving. We're talking about toking and thriving and being really incredibly happy this holidays. Give thanks for your family, people around you, travel safely, and hand parade. Jeff Eichen, WEEDSDAYS. Hand parade. So everybody, that's all she wrote today, but I can come back and see who's left with us. Francis left the building, but we got Crazy Pop Mom and Solo. Any final words, Solo?
Also, I just want to say thank you so much for having us on the show, Uncle Jeff. I also want to say happy early Christmas, because next week I think it's Christmas, right?
Hanukkah.
Right. Sure, we'll go with that. And Kwanzaa. So shout out to everybody.
Hey, Kwanzaa.
And also, I want to say, please, everyone out there who's watching, please go support Crazy Pop Mom's paintings and artwork. That's all I got to say about that. So please go support Crazy Pop Mom.
We got them on our site, relieffoundation.org, and in the new year we'll have them on our store also. CPM, any final words?
It was good. It was a good show. I liked it.
Okay. Well,
Thank you for having me.
we love you so much, and I'm going to be in California this week, so you can find me cell phone all the time. You can see my new cell phone case here is really cool.
Oh, it's cool. That's awesome.
My new cell phone case, yeah. And so it's 124. Everybody. Oh, it doesn't show anymore. Hang on. It's 124. Randy Rosen is right here in the studio with me, and we're really blessed to have you. So we're going to carry on with our day. At 6 a.m., I'm driving to the airport for a 10 o'clock flight. That's how I roll. Blessings to all of you. Blessings to Kim and Kyrie. Blessings to my sister and the family that I'm coming down to visit. I can't wait to see you, River, my 2-year-old great grandnephew. So everybody, it's Jeff Eichen. It's my show. So remember, that's our new peace sign, everybody. So love you all and see you next time. And next week is Women in Weed, everybody. So and there's Rodimus there as Grasshopper. So we had him on today, everybody.
Safe travels too.
Snatch the bud, not remember it was snatch the pebble. So we love you, everybody. And this is Jeff Eichen. I'm signing out and love you. See you next time.
Travel safe.
Record.
Okay, hang on. We're still on here. So we're going to go boom. We're going to go boom. We're going to go boom. Oh, come on. And so, yes, everybody on POD TV, we're still here. We're just looking for our back office, and we're going to come on. We put our back office way on the other screen. So behind the scenes, you're seeing our way that we make film, everybody. Here's Rodimus, and we are going to come back to our stop screen share, and there we are. So everybody at POD TV and Roku, thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget, all you sponsors out there, let's monetize my show. It's going to be $4,200 per episode. And so if you want to sign up for that, just get in touch with POD TV. You'll find us, and relief-foundation.org, everybody, to help with the holiday fundraiser that we're having for the prisoners that are in jail for you, because they are in jail for pot, and we got to bring them home. Love you, everybody. Hemp Hooray.